Um, okay. This is gonna be a little story time about, I don't know if I was gonna make it about today or like what happened today, including yesterday, or if I was gonna do it about all of 2017. I may do that for later. You know, 2017 maybe I'll never start. We'll do that at the end because let's hope that something good happens at the end because currently nothing's working out. So, yes, okay, no. So the school year just started and I met this guy and he moved in from like out of town, so he was all new and everything. And he's from the Midwest, so he actually knows how to treat women and not put them down like shit. So I was like, you know what, this could be good. This could be a good start for me. I can have a good relationship. He doesn't know anything about me. We can just, like, it'll be fine. It'll be great. Come to find out, he likes me. And I'm like, fuck, yes, he likes me. And, like, he played football, so he was, like, athletic, and it was just great. It was awesome. And he was so sweet. So sweet. And so he was like, oh, shit. Okay. He was like, oh, do you want to go, like, on a date sometime? And I was like, sure, like, why not? So, of course he did that, like, over Snapchat because I was too afraid to talk to him, like, in person, because I was, like, I was just happy about the whole situation. So, we're, like, setting up a date and everything, and he was like, do you want to go to the movies? And I'm like, no, because I don't know anything about you, so there's no point in going to sit in a dark room for 2 hours and not say anything to each other. Like, no. So I was like, I kind of want to get to know you better. There's a lake by my house, so I was like, we can go, like, walk around the lake and talk if you want. And he was like, yeah, sounds great. So yesterday was the date, and he messages me, and he's all like, oh, I just got back from practice. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like, how's that and stuff? And he was like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I'm actually kind of hungry. And he was like, oh, I'm hungry too. Like, you want to go eat? And I was like, sure, yeah, like, we can go eat. But he's like new, so he doesn't know what's around. So he was, oh, jeez. So he was like, I mean, just tell me what's around. And like, I'm trying to be healthier because I'm like really paying attention to my body, my figure, all that stuff. So I was like, I kind of want to go somewhere healthy, like if you don't mind. He was like, oh yeah, sure, of course, of course. So I was like, the only healthy things that I can like think of is like Panera and Noodles and Company. And I was leaning more towards Panera because Noodles and Company has a terrible parking lot. I don't feel like going to, so I was like, we can go to Panera. He's like, okay. So he was like, I'll see you in 30 minutes. And I was like, shit, all right, fine. So I left then because I had already been ready for 2 hours because I've never been on a date before. I never had experienced a real date. So I was like, I'm really excited, and I got up and I got ready, put some light makeup on, just had a nice casual outfit. And then he was like, see you in 30 minutes. So I was like, bet, gotta go. So then I left, got there like 2 minutes later because it's 2 minutes from my house. Got my food, sat down, waited for him. He came in and I was just like, oh, this is so perfect. And I was so happy. I've never been on a date before and I felt like I was catching up to what I should have already been, what I should be used to. But I haven't. And so we ate, obviously. We ate, and then we sat there. It took like maybe an hour just to eat or whatever. Oh wait, this is a custom game. I'm retarded. We ate for a bit. That's not a door. That scared the shit out of me. And then we were like, well, he was like, do you want to go walk around? And I was like, sure. Like, I thought we were just gonna chill there, eat, and then leave. I don't know how a date works. I died. Like, I don't know how a date works. Oh, cool. And so, he was like, yeah, we can go walk around. But we're like in the middle of the city, so it's kind of like if you walk around, you're just gonna be crossing streets the whole time. And that's what we ended up doing. We just ended up, walking around our little city, just kind of crossing a bunch of streets here and there. I was kind of showing him around. And we go to this like little, it's not really a park, I don't know what it is. Park, we'll call it a park. So we go over there and we sit down, and he like starts holding my hand, and I've never felt so like, I don't know the word for it. I felt so appreciated, and I felt so just, I felt safe for once. I actually felt safe for even being with him for that 2 hours period. I felt so safe. And we sat down, and he like put his arm around me like they do in movies, and I thought no guy did that. I was like, oh my god, like, this is amazing. And so then we were talking, and then I got to know him better, and his situations, he got to know my situations better. And then we just started like walking around a little more and stuff. And we ended up hanging out for about 5.5 hours yesterday. And I've never been so happy for that long. And so then when we were like about to leave and everything, he was gonna like go home, and I was gonna go home and stuff. We sat in my car because it was really hot yesterday. So we sat in my car and we started talking. And he was just like, so do you want to like keep doing this? Like, do you want to be mine? And one of the things I said to him, I don't want to get hurt. I do not want to get hurt, and I don't want you to leave. Because he's moved a lot in his life, so I was like, listen, I don't want you to move. I don't want to get hurt again. And he's like, I promise you, I will not hurt you. So then we kissed. And we started dating, and then we kissed. And I was like, this is gonna be a good relationship. This is gonna be something that I've wanted. And we just sat there for about 10 more minutes, and we just kept talking. I was so happy, and he seemed happy, or whatever. And then he was leaving, and he was like, okay, I'll text you as soon as I get home. And I was like, okay. And then that was that. And then I got home. And then I got home, and I had to do stuff. And then we kind of just talked, didn't really do much. And I just realized that my title is wrong, and I have to change my title. Sorry for the person that is in here listening to me rant about my life. So, then, this morning, I wake up and I'm thinking about him, and I'm just like, I'm so happy that this is a thing and everything. So, I like messaged him, I'm like, good morning, and he was like, actually, I have the text messages, why don't I just read the text messages? I was so happy. I was so happy. So, I texted him, I don't know if you're awake yet, but good morning. And he said, morning. And I said, what are you doing today? He said, no idea. I said, I still have so much homework. He said, yeah, that's what I'm about to do. And I said, damn, I keep thinking about yesterday. I haven't ever had that much fun with someone. And he said, yeah, really? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, oh, my mom found a job. And I'm like, oh, that's good. And he was like, yeah, but it's in Seattle, which is across the country. And I was like, is she going to be alone there? And then he said, pretty much, but she wants me to move there by the end of the school year. And I was like, of course. He said, I swear I didn't know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, not a big deal. Like, we can do something about this, right? Like, we can fix this. So then I said, like, so what, are we just gonna break it off? Like, day and done, just like that? And he said, no, I mean, I was hoping we could be good friends. I'm sorry, but I'm not looking for a relationship anytime soon now. Maybe not for a long time. I'm sorry, I can't. And I said, like, seriously, you can't. You don't even want to try. And he said, no, I got too much going on. This was a bad idea. I literally trusted him to be God. It hurts. I'm just hurt in general. Like, I don't understand why why less than 24 hours, less than 12 hours, and he like relationships are not my thing. Not my thing, I guess. He's a nice guy. Can't do anything about that now. Best I've ever had, can't say that. Best I've ever had doesn't even talk to me anymore. That was my fault too, but it's whatever. So now, after crying and pouting for like, I don't know, 4 hours, I'm now playing video games, and I got a new mic, which is probably why I sound like shit right now, because my cat chewed up my other mic. Gotta love her. But it's okay. I'll get over it eventually. Very lightly used. I say eventually.
Resume securing the container once the threat is neutralized. Secure the
I just don't want to get hurt again. But I'm gonna get hurt again. Because that's life. Anyway, that's my story time about how I can't have a relationship ever last. More stories to come. Maybe.